Mike Porter, the kickoff for Plano was returned out to about the 30. They had one run with Waleed Johnson, and now a false start penalty on the Reapers. And a quick pass out in the flat, caught by the Plano receiver, and he stiff arms a Cavalier defender and is pushed out of bounds at about the 34-yard line. Making the catch was Thomas Harding, as Plano will have a third down. That coach's interview again brought to you by LaSalle Body and Fender. Our kickoff tonight was brought to you by Eureka Savings Bank. Since 1885, Eureka Savings Bank has been proud to be a part of this community, helping people just like you. Eureka Savings Bank member FDIC. Again, Seth Adams is back tonight and kicked it to about the 10 of Plano and was returned near the 30. Plano going no huddle on his first offensive front, and they run a third down, and they run right into Warren Rowicki.
Big Warren in the center there.
And also looked like Brent Imony. So it looks like the Cavalier defense going to force a 3-and-out for the Plano Reapers. And partner, if you wouldn't mind, get to our weather of the game.
Yeah, Game Time Weather is brought to you by Town & Country Services. Whether it's hot, cold, dark, or light, Town & Country Services is doing whatever it takes 24/7. Go to townandcountries.com to find out more. It's a beautiful 74 degrees at kickoff. Once again, the Cavaliers have wonderful weather for a football game. And by the time we hit about 9 o'clock, it's going to drop to about 68. So absolutely perfect game for football. No wind out here, which is something saying in Plano, is because our field's in the middle of nowhere. So great weather for the Cavs, and their offense is taking the field.
Yeah, fairly short punt. It took a Plano bounce, and they downed it at the Cavalier 44-yard line. Cavaliers lost for the first opening coin toss of the season. Coin toss tonight brought to you by Hometown National Bank. Don't leave your financial future up to a coin toss. Let the folks at Hometown National Bank help. The Plano Reapers, the home team, won tonight's Hometown National Bank coin toss. Chose to receive, but much to their chagrin, they went 3-and-out.
And we see Malik Madrigal in the backfield. He had a really good success last week.
And Malik's going to get it off left tackle, pushing ahead. Crosses midfield up to about the 48, maybe the 47-yard line of Plano. Yeah, Malik Madrigal really set the tone last week right out of the gate for LP and give Malik about 8 yards on that carry.
Yeah, he was really strong from the get-go. We had not seen him running the ball before. He was receiving the first couple games, but he went in the backfield. Of course, we were missing Mason Lynch last week, but Madrigal was great last week.
2nd and 2 for the Cavaliers. Boudreaux hands it off. Malik Madrigal spins ahead, breaks a tackle.
Is he still up? Oh, he's up. Oh,
and an LP player recovered the fumble.
Oh, my goodness. That's Creed McCormick running the ball. He's an offensive center, I believe.
And he broke free and probably saw 6 in his future. And he was brought down. That's going to count. They're going to let Creed take the fumble by Madrigal and get it all the way down to the Plano 15-yard line.
Yeah, that's about a 25-yard rush for Creed McCormick, so we'll put that in the stat line and see where that ends up at the end of the game.
Just like that, the Cavaliers inside the Illinois Valley Credit Union red zone. Illinois Valley Credit Union now offering Visa cards with interest rates as low as 9.9%. If you live, work, or worship in LaSalle, Bureau, Putnam County, you can become an IVCU member. See more now at IVCU.com. 1st and 10, Cavaliers at the Reaper 15. And they go right back to Madrigal. And he gets it inside the 10.
Yeah, that's a strong 6.
I like the fact that LP calls Malik's number right after he fumbles it. They give it right back to him to keep the confidence level up.
Yeah, you don't want him to go down, or his attitude to go down at all. So just give him right the ball and just keep going straight.
And he did just that. 2nd down and a long 3, a short 4. LP in business here. The ball at the Plano 8-yard line here in the first quarter. And they give it to Madrigal again, getting a push.
He's getting up.
And he's pushed back just inside.
It's going to be a first down.
Yeah. They'll mark it at about the 2. Malik, who's bigger than some of the defensive and offensive linemen running the ball. He's a load to try to bring down.
Yep, 6'3", 235 in the program here.
So 1st and goal at the 2. Let's see if they call Madrigal's number again. Boudreaux under center for the Cavs. In motion is Romanoli. They go back to Madrigal.
He didn't have to get too far.
He stood up, and they're going to say he got kept out of the end zone.
So maybe a yard there.
Yep, 2nd and goal.
Well, if the Cavaliers can push this in, this would be a great start. Defense forces a 3 and out, and they come down and score. That'd be a wonderful start for the Cavaliers.
2nd down and goal from the 1-yard line. Opening drive of the night for LP. We're under 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. No score, but the Cavaliers knocking on the door.
Oh, Boudreau's keeping it.
Boudreau kept it, and still no indication. There he is.
He's standing in the end zone.
So that is a touchdown, that LP touchdown brought to you by Town & Country Services. Doing whatever it takes 24/7. Plumbing, electric, heating, and cooling for over 100 years. Go to townandcountryservices.com to find out more. A 1-yard touchdown run by the junior quarterback, Brendan Boudreau. And that ends an impressive drive. That was mainly Malik Madrigal.
Don't forget Creed McCormick in there.
Oh, yes. That was probably the biggest play of the drive.
Yeah, because obviously he had fumbled, so definitely could have been picked up by Plano.
And here is Seth Adams back this week after, of course, fulfilling his soccer obligation last week. And that kick is up and good. That's a Financial Plus Credit Union extra point. They belong to you, and that's the plus at Financial Plus Credit Union in Peru, Ottawa, Mendota, Morris, and Diamond. It is 7:33 to go in the first, and the Cavaliers up early over Plano, 7-0. And before we forget, Mike, the key to the game brought to you by James Hardy in Peru. The key to your new career and a $5,000 sign-on bonus is waiting for you at James Hardy. For all the details and to apply, visit James Hardy online today. Of course, you could tell me, Mike, score early would be the key to the game so far.
I was going to say, start early and, just do what they did last week and rush the ball successfully. And I think that's the key here. Plano did not show any way to stop the Cavaliers' run game so far. So I would just say start fast. And they did exactly what we thought they would.
Let's see if they can keep this start. Now, last week they had a good first drive, but it didn't end in points. And you saw the offense just kind of stall the rest of the half. So that was key to punch it in, take advantage. LP leading 7-0. Here is Seth Adams with his second kickoff of the evening. And
that one could be heading to the end zone.
That is a touchback. Yep.
Yeah, we saw that a lot that first game. Seth Adams was kicking the ball consistently into the end zone.
Of course, we'll have Subway scoreboard updates throughout the night. A lot of football in this week 4. It's hard to believe after this week. I mean, we'll almost be halfway through this season.
That is something.
Like you said, another beautiful night. These first 4 weeks have been tremendous weather-wise.
We may pay for it later, but
yes,
as
week
of right
8
now.
and 9. Well, let's see about week 8 and 9 how the weather is. So the LP defense back on the field. They forced a 3 and out on Plano's first possession. And Plano going to run that Wildcat again with the main running back who breaks a couple tackles. He's at the 30, the 40. He may go all the way.
I don't think he's going to get caught.
Touchdown. 80 yards. LP had a couple guys that almost had him tackled in the backfield.
Yeah, Waleed Johnson, junior running back, just broke free, and no one was going to catch him.
So once LP could not bring him down in the backfield, he got out to the outside. And Plano, just like that, is back within 1 at 7-6.
Wow, that's a way to answer a score.
And getting the home crowd back in the game. As Mike mentioned, a junior running back, Waleed Johnson.
Yeah, the Cavaliers had an opportunity to tackle him right at the line of scrimmage, and they just couldn't wrap him up.
LP might have been offsides on the extra point. Let's see. Now they're looking towards the Plano sideline to decide what they would like to do moving forward, says the head coach. Rick Ponks. Encroachment on LP. That's the first penalty of the night. You can can deal with that kind of a penalty on the extra point.
Yeah, on the extra point.
As long as it's not one where they mark it off on the kickoff, which LP has been there and done that.
We've done that, yes.
A few times this year. 7-6. Plano gets on the board on a long run, an 80-yard touchdown run. Oh, now we got a flag on Plano. Another offsides on LP. And the Plano coach now is saying, we're going to go for 2.
Well, yeah, they're half the distance on
Yep.
both penalties, so they're at the 1.5. So
He figured he got tempted enough with
Yeah.
2 straight penalties. We'll go ahead and go for 2. So they're just right on the doorstep of the goal line.
I'll take your word for it. I can't see
Yeah.
anything from where I'm sitting, so
Thankfully, tonight we are not next to concert level speakers, so we don't have to worry about that this evening. We're inside the press box at Plano, right at the 50-yard line.
Yep.
And Plano's going to run ahead, and looks like they're going to get the 2-point conversion. That's Willie Johnson. So Plano said, if you're going to give us a couple yards, we'll go ahead and go for 2, and they take their first lead of the night at 7:18 to go here in the first quarter. 8-7 Plano over the LP Cavaliers. We'll keep it right here. We'll take an early gander at get some early scores from around the area. Again, over on our sister station, 99.3 WAJK, Princeton is at Mendota, and last check after 1, Princeton leads to Mendota 7-0. I would say so far that's a victory to be only down 7-0.
Yeah,
Princeton.
Definitely. Princeton likes to start fast. And it will be interesting what happens in Sterling tonight with St. Bede visiting the Sterling Newman. Yeah, absolutely. They're always got to be very difficult at home.
Newman may not be the state title contender that they were not all that long ago, but still a team you're going to have to really earn a victory, especially on the road at Roscoe Eaton Stadium at Sterling High School. Amboy with a lead 8-6 in the first quarter over Milford. And there we go. I found a St. Bede score, so we'll keep track of this gentleman here. St. Bede on top, 8-0 early on over Sterling Newman. That would be a huge, huge win for St. Bede. They're 4-0, but it's one of those around the state when people see you beating Sterling Newman.
Yep.
That definitely opens some eyes.
It's a statement win.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
And here's a kickoff. Mason Lynch.
Lynch is right up the middle, and he's not going to be touched. I don't see any flags on the field yet.
Wow, Mason Lynch.
He's making his presence known after missing last week's game.
Mason Lynch's second kick return. Mike, what are you going to say for yards? He caught it inside the 20.
Well, I'll have to take your word for it. Once again, it was in that corner. I can't see that side, so we'll say 80-plus yard kickoff return.
Yeah, and we'll ask the official score as the game moves along to see what they go with. But Mason Lynch, who sat out last week, had all that energy built up and went right up the gut. And we've had 2 touchdowns now of 80-plus yards in the last 13 seconds.
Yeah, that's an exciting way to start a football game here in high school, and we're still in the first quarter with 7 minutes left. So,
yep, that touchdown again brought to you by Town and Country Services. And here is a Financial Plus Credit Union extra point attempt for Seth Adams. So just like that, Plano really hadn't finished celebrating their big touchdown and 2-point conversion. And again,
another penalty flag here on the extra point.
Both teams struggling on the extra point here.
And that was called from the back judge, so I don't know what he would have seen from back there.
Too many men on the field? Because there's one Plano player coming off now. Do they have 12 guys? Might have been the call.
Yep. So if they go half the distance, perhaps? Yep.
Maybe LP says, hey, we'll go for 2 then. We'll see. I saw Coach Jose Medina. From where we're at, he's across the field. He was holding up either 1 or 2 fingers. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I think he's just going to go for 1 here. Yeah. Seth Adams has been pretty strong so far this year, so I'm not going to say guarantee, but pretty close.
Hopefully not.
There's no wood.
Well,
there's wood here.
Yeah, it's a wooden press box.
Uh-oh. Yep.
The kick is up.
Looks good.
It is good.
All right.
So that is a Financial Plus Credit Union extra point booted through by Seth Adams. So Lynch with his second kick return TD of the season. Again, we'll have to double check with the Plano officials here to come up with an exact yardage on that one. It happened really quick. And
not only that, but you might have to get a hold of the athletic director at LP to see what kind of records there are for kickoff returns in a season for LP. Probably not very many, I would imagine. So this being only the 4th game of the year, Lynch has an opportunity for that record also, perhaps.
So just like that, the Cavaliers retake the lead, 14-8.
Well, let's see what the defense can do here.
Yeah. Had a 3-and-out on the first possession for Plano. Then an 80-yard touchdown run, their second possession. And you may want to kick it away from number 6. He's back there.
Yeah, he's definitely back there with number 3, Thomas Harding.
Well, of course, if you're Seth Adams, you try for another touchback and take him out of the play altogether.
Yep, as in high school, the ball goes into the end zone. It's an automatic touchback, but I think that's going to be a little short.
Yep, going to be taken at about the 6 by Harding. And he's looking for some blocks.
No room on that side.
Tackled at about the 25-yard line.
Tackled by Brady Romanoli.
Romanoli gets the credit with the tackle. He had I believe a fumble, one of the 2 fumble recoveries last week.
Yeah, I believe
if
so.
I remember correctly. So Plano will start their 3rd drive of the night at their own, about 23-yard line. Yep, 1st and 10 at the 23. Just 5 minutes into this one, and it's LP 14-8 over Plano. Jeremy Aiken, Mike Porter on 103.9 WLPO, and the whistles blow.
Talking to the LP coaches for some reason.
Officials timeout.
Not really sure what the issue is over there.
All right. 14-8. Back in action, back in the Wildcat is Waleed Johnson, and he's going to run it. Looking to turn the corner, and he finds a hole.
Yep.
And 2 Cavalier tacklers get him inside the 50. Yep. Look like Lynch and also Lorden there for LP.
Lorden, defensive lineman, and Lynch, of course, with that speed. So he's going to move the chains on that play.
Yeah. Nothing fancy, just a Wildcat where Johnson gets it and runs behind his blockers.
Yeah, 16-yard gain real quick there.
Ball spotted up at about the 34.
Oh, 11 yards. Correct me there.
And they hand it off to, they go Johnson. This time he's tackled down by Lorden, or actually Imani was there.
Yep.
And also there for the Cavaliers was Tommy Hartman. No gain that time for Waleed Johnson. 2nd and 10. (13-0) Sycamore leading Ottawa in the first quarter. And Plano has about 5 seconds to snap this ball as the quarterback looks towards the sideline, down to 2.
Yep, they got it off.
They did get it off. They have a busted play.
Busted play.
They give it to Waleed Johnson, and he gets through. Hanging on for dear life was Imani at the linebacker spot, and he's going to stop at about the 38-yard line. So he still got 4. Mike mentioned, it was a busted play. The quarterback went to his right to hand it off. There was nobody there. Unfortunately for him, he had time still to hand it off to Johnson in the backfield.
Yeah, they looked like there was some confusion to start that play, so that makes sense that the busted play, but it was positive result there.
Armando Martinez is their quarterback. He wears number 1. He is a junior. A lot of 11, a lot of juniors on the Plano roster. Not too many 12s. So pretty young team.
Second pass here of the game.
Has a man open, caught, and should have enough for a first down.
Yep, and I would say so. He got up to the 45.
Hartman was there on the tackle. Also for LP was Caleb Kennedy. But a Reaper first down at their own 45-yard line. So first pass completion of the night.
Oh, and we have no huddle here.
4:50 to go in the first. 14-8 LP. Plano on the move. And as Mike mentioned, no huddle offense. Morrison up over Hall, 6-0 in the first. And Johnson will move up in the Wildcat, take it straight ahead. And he gets pushed back after about a yard gain.
Yeah, that's kind of the strong point of the Cavalier defense. So
Yeah.
he's probably going to have more success going to the outside. But
Medina was at the bottom
Yep.
of the pile. You got Warren Rowicki up the middle.
yeah, the inside with Imany, Creed McCormick, pretty tough up there in the center.
Lorden on the right end.
Medina, absolutely.
Second, and they'll give him 2 on the play. 2nd and 8.
Another pass.
Passing deep, and he's going, and it's almost intercepted. Caleb Burrell, who had 2 interceptions against Metamora, almost had his 3rd of the season. It was incomplete. He dove for it. He really had the best chance at it. He got inside position on the Plano receiver and did a great job of not interfering with that receiver.
Yeah, he's shown a lot in the secondary so far this year.
3rd down and 8 coming up for Plano now. First 3rd and long conversion attempt. 4 minutes to go. 3:59 to go here in the first quarter. See if their quarterback, Martinez, goes to the air again. They're going to run the Wildcat here with Johnson, and he is, no, he keeps his feet. Yeah, boy, it's close.
I don't know. I think he's going to be just short.
Mason Lynch tripped Johnson up, but he tiptoed the sideline, dove ahead. It's going to be close enough where if you're Plano, 4th and inches.
And I think they're calling it first down anyways.
Down.
No.
Yep. So great effort by Waleed Johnson, who was tripped up at about the 50, but was able to keep on his feet and get 5 extra yards.
Yeah, he was tiptoeing over there.
Very good running back so far we've seen from Waleed Johnson. Yeah, Plano goes no huddle, but then they take a little time looking over at the sideline once they're already lined up. And they'll go back to the Wildcat.
Back to the Wildcat.
And Johnson will run up the middle and breaks a couple tackles, gets it out to about the 41 or the 42-yard line.
Connor Lorden once again on the bottom of the pile there.
Give him 4. 2nd down and 6.
Inside the Cavaliers here at the 41.
Belsky comes in, giving Rowicki a breather. As the guys up the middle been getting a lot of action on the LP defense. Martinez lining up.
Motion.
And he hands it off.
Oh, big hit.
Yeah, big hit. Knocks him back, and I think that was Danny Beavers, a sophomore that we've named quite a bit this year.
The running back in the middle of the field there.
Didn't bring him down right away, but
but stunned him there for sure. No gain.
Kept him from going forward, that's for sure. So it'll be 3rd down and 5 coming up for Plano at the LP 40. 14-8, LP with the lead. We're under 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. Back in the Wildcat is Johnson.
I think that might be a timeout.
Yep, there was still time on the play clock. Oh, we got maybe an equipment issue, a uniform. Maybe a player that's cut. It was an official timeout, and that's their star running back, Waleed Johnson.
They're pulling him off for some reason.
Maybe
his helmet is actually different than anyone else's on the team.
Yeah. There's no trainers talking to him. Yeah, I'm not sure what.
Yeah, interesting.
Wow, and he's sitting down. Yeah, I have no clue what just happened there. But it wasn't a timeout.
Nope.
No penalty. 3rd and 5.
But they took their best runner out, so it helps for the Cavs.
And the quarterback's going to run and brought down.
Nice play back in number 22, Malik on the defensive side of the ball.
He brings the quarterback down for a big loss.
All the way back to their Cavaliers' 47-yard line. So minus 6 yards on that play.
6 or 7, yeah. Malik Madrigal making a big push early on for our player of the game. He's had some good rushes and then a big sack on a 3rd and long.
Yep, now the punt team is in, so good by the Cavalier defense.
Yeah, again, still just kind of wondering what happened with Waleed Johnson. He's at the sideline for Plano, but it took him, their best player, off the field, and now
there must be a timeout here.
Yeah, the Reapers had a late guy coming in for their punt.
Yeah, they only had 1 second left, and a lot of confusion so far.
1:40 to go here in the first quarter. It's 14-8 LP with the lead over the Plano Reapers. Jeremy Aiken, Mike Porter on the air, and of course Zach Shaw behind the camera on the Starved Rock Media YouTube channel. Can't say it enough. Just go to youtube.com and search Starved Rock Media and subscribe. And you can watch every LP home game, home and away, and listen in high definition TV. Rare subscription that doesn't cost you a thing, isn't it?
That's a few and far
relief.
between for sure.
And I want to say hello to everybody down at the Marine Corps Bar and Restaurant in Jonesville, Mike.
Oh.
They got us on the TV there.
Oh,
and
fantastic.
A big crowd in Jonesville. So hello from Jeremy and Mike Porter
Absolutely.
here at Plano High School.
Always had good food. I was glad to see them reopen. I know they were closed for quite some time, but I think maybe got new owners. I'm not really sure, but it's been open, and I've seen good crowds there at the Marine Corps. So always good to see, and definitely as a resident of Oglesby, we'll be visiting there soon.
Yeah, and again, just pass the word along. Whether it's a bar, a restaurant, any kind of place with TVs, they're more than welcome to put the LP Cavalier football game on, and we can all enjoy this Cavalier team. We're back in action after the first Plano timeout. Punts away. Imany was giving him a little pressure. And
coaches are telling him to get out
of the way. Yep. And they will get out of the way, and it takes a bit of a Plano bounce. Goes out of bounds at about the LP 25-yard line. So finally can take a break. Take a breath here, because they're the 7-minute mark.
Scoring was
with the kick return, the 80-yard touchdown run. Maybe the game is in danger of settling in now. 14-8 LP with the lead and with the football. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Madrigal back in at fullback. We haven't seen Mason Lynch on offense yet tonight, and we've seen him on defense and obviously kick return.
Well, they found something with Madrigal. Maybe they're just going to roll with him. He's been very successful.
Got it out to the 30, so give him 5. This kind of offense for LP, you'll take 5 yards. Any offense, you'll take 5 yards on first down. 2nd and 5 coming up.
Yeah, and it's kind of nice on the other side. They've got a digital yard marker over there. So instead of the little panel that flips up and down, it's actually digital. So it's kind of nice to be able to see exactly what down it is.
Yeah, first we've seen of that. 2nd down and 5 for the Cavaliers. And they go back to Madrigal. He's going to be short of the first down. He got about 3. He was tripped up at the 33-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 2 for the Cavs after a 3-yard gain for number 22, Madrigal. This could be the last play of the quarter. We're down to about 30 seconds.
Yeah, I'd say, unless it's a pass that stops the clock.
LP hasn't gone to the air yet. 3rd and 2. Let's see if the Cavaliers can keep this drive alive. Boudreau going to go under center. And they're going to pitch it to Romanoli.
Oh, he's got a lot of room over on this side.
He's got a lot of running room. Hit hard at the 45. Spins ahead out to about midfield. And that's a big first down run of 17 yards for the Cavalier ball carrier, Brady Romanoli, the junior back. So LP will have it 1st and 10 when we come back after this first break. It's been an exciting first quarter, to say the least. And the Cavaliers are in the lead, 14-8 at Plano. 2nd quarter of action coming up next on your home for Cavalier football, 103.9 WLPO.
For plumbing, heating, cooling, generators, and appliances, think Grazier's Plumbing and Heating in McNabb. Whether you run cold or hot, Grazier's will make sure your home is always just the right temperature. And for those cold winter nights, or when the power's out. And Grazier's does boilers too.
Gotta call Grazier's 882-2111.
Welcome to KC Marketing, your digital marketing agency. KC Marketing specializes in providing affordable online solutions for your business. From graphic design and social media marketing to custom website development. Put the power of KC Marketing to work for you. Search KC Marketing Agency now to get started.
Back as the second quarter gets underway with a handoff up the middle for the Cavaliers, and that was Mason
there's
Lynch.
Lynch is in the game now.
Yep. And give Mason about 4 on that carry. 2nd and 6 coming up for LP. The Cavs lead the Reapers 14-8.
Now into Plano territory here at the 46.
Braxton Simmons split out wide left for the Cavaliers. Gage Starkey wide out to the right.
Yep, he was offsides. He was trying to ask the official if he was but it was too late.
Yep, flags flew. Boudreau went ahead and kept the ball, but it's going to be a 5-yard mark off on the Cavaliers.
Yeah, like I said, the receiver was, when he lined up, he was offside and asked the official, but usually the official kind of gives him a break, but.
Legal shift, yeah.
Okay.
So 5-yard mark off on the Cavaliers.
5-yard penalty from the original line of scrimmage. Move the Cavaliers back into Reaper territory, their own territory at the 49-yard line. 2nd down and 11.
Well, the Cavaliers want to get a big chunk of this back here. You don't want to end up 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7. They want to be a manageable 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. I think would be the goal here.
2nd and 11 for the Cavs, as now they're back on their side of the field at the 49-yard line. Boudreau going to pitch it to Romanoli, looking for blocks, turns it inside, 50, puts his head
he just
down.
runs right over the defender there. He just lowered his shoulder and just took out number 3, Thomas Harding, the receiver for Plano, and Romanoli just kind of ran him over.
Brady not a big guy, but man, he ran hard, and as Mike said, ran right over the bigger Plano defender. Gets about 8 yards, and just like you asked for, Mike.
Yep, 3rd and 3.
A 3rd and manageable, very manageable for the Cavaliers, back on the Reaper side of the field at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, dare I say, they could possibly go for it on 4th down. And we have Malik is back in the game.
Boudreau had hard count. It's worked a few times this year, not that time. In motion is Romanoli. They go back to Madrigal. He's got all full head of steam. Just hang on to the football, and Malik does.
Madrigal was past the yard to get before he was even touched.
Down to the 36-yard line.
Another 6 yards for Malik.
1st down for the Cavaliers. And, Willie Johnson's limping for Plano. He plays both ways. And he's...
Might want to save him if I were Plano.
Well, looks like he's going to stay in the game. He's the player who ran in for 80 yards earlier tonight. 1st and 10, Cavaliers at the Plano 36. Boudreau under center. And they go right back. Big gain by Madrigal up the middle. Pile still going at about the 25-yard line. That's going to be another 1st down for the Cavaliers.
12-yard gain on that run alone.
So Madrigal piling up the yards here early tonight. Malik gets it down to the Plano 24-yard line.
Yeah, the offensive line is doing a great job with the push.
Big guys up front.
Ty Terzic, Creed McCormick.
Belsky as well.
Nick Belsky. Maybe Warren Merwicki in there too. I'm not really sure. I can't see that last number.
Aiden
but
Anderson,
Aiden
number
Anderson,
58. 58 at left tackle.
Yep, they've been
There's
doing a great
Madrigal
job.
again. Adam Lane out there on the line.
Okay, yeah.
Lane, there's been quite a few lanes come through the LP football program.
Yes, there has.
And Madrigal gets it inside the 20.
Another 6 yards for Malik there.
Cavaliers once again inside the Illinois Valley Credit Union red zone. 14-8 Cavs looking to add to that lead. 2nd and 4 at the Plano 24-yard line. Into the game for the first time in the backfield tonight is Peyton Ellermeyer, giving Madrigal a break. Saw a lot of Ellermeyer early in the season.
Yeah, the second game of the season, I think, against Metamora, he was pretty strong running.
And Peyton gets it the call. He's wrestled down at about the 15.
It's going to be very close, maybe a yard short.
So 3rd and 1 after the 3-yard carry off left tackle by Ellermeyer.
Just kind of shows the depth of the running backs that the Cavaliers can put out there. You know, Romanoli Add that to Lynch.
Madrigal. Obviously Ellermeyer.
Yeah, so that's
we
very nice
haven't-
to have 4, good running backs.
We haven't seen Antonio Rodriguez yet tonight.
Yep,
He had
he's
2
run
touchdowns
the ball. Yep.
last week.
Yep.
Whistles blow on a 3rd and 1. It's going to be another officials timeout. And not sure. Telling the LP
They
sideline
reset the
to move
play
back.
clock here.
Okay. 3rd and 1 at the Plano 18. Boudreaux under center for the Cavaliers. In motion is Romanoli. Getting the ball is Ellermeyer off right tackle. Breaks an initial tackle.
On the carry is number 20.
And
All the
Peyton
way
gets it inside the 10. Yep.
Wow.
It's a first down. All he needed was 1.
7 yards on that gain. 1st and goal for the Cavaliers.
They mark it at the 8 of Plano.
Ball is spotted at the 8-yard line.
1st and goal LP at the Reaper 8. Cavaliers deep into the Illinois Valley Credit Union red zone. 14-8. Cavs with the lead, counting down to about 7 minutes to go in this first half. Boudreaux under center. Going to run the option. Brennan going to keep
keeping
it.
He's not going to be touched.
Turns it inside. Touchdown.
Yep, there he goes.
Touchdown, Brendan Boudreaux from 8 yards out. That is his 2nd touchdown of the night, and it comes at the 7:02 mark of the 2nd quarter. He called his own number on the QB option, and Boudreaux from 8 yards out. And as my partner mentioned, he wasn't touched until he was already across the goal line. 20-8 LP. That is another Town & Country Services touchdown. Doing whatever it takes 24/7. Plumbing, electric, heating, and cooling for over 100 years. Go to townandcountryservices.com to find out more. Here's Seth Adams to attempt the Financial Plus Credit Union extra point. Snap is down, the hold is down, the kick is up, and it is
Oh, I don't know. I don't think
wide
that's
right.
good. Yep.
Yeah, you
Yep.
missed it.
Yeah, that looked a little different than the other kicks that he's had. Just kind of floated to the right. So
kick is no good. 7:02 to go. We'll take a short break. It's the Cavaliers 20, Plano 8. Back in just seconds here on 103.9 WLPO. Cavaliers lead the Plano Reapers by a score of 20-8 after the 8-yard touchdown run by Brendan Boudreaux. Back deep for Plano will be Thomas Harding and Waleed Johnson.
let's see if Seth can push this one into the end zone.
He's had 1 touchback tonight. And this one angling, going to be short.
Oh,
And it's muffed at about the 10. He's got time to pick it up. In pursuit is Caleb Burrell. There's going to be a flag thrown on Plano.
Burrell is just fighting him.
Trying to get knock the ball loose
Yep.
/ tackle him. Looked like he
Yep.
was throwing some body blows.
It looked like it, but no penalty flags
Nope.
other than one that's out
Way
in the middle
back.
of the field.
Yeah, that came from the back. Officially threw it way up in the air. You would think it'd be in the area of a hold or a block in the back.
Yeah, you would think a legal block of some sort or a hold, like you said. So that'd be 10 yards generally from the spot of the foul.
So, yeah, this would push Plano because the ball right now.
They're calling it up. No,
Oh,
they're picking it up.
Okay.
So
Ball is spotted at the Reaper 13-yard line, so that works out even better than a touchback.
yes. Great play by Burrow on
Yeah.
that return.
Morrison leading Hall by a score of 12-8. 1 minute to go in the half. Sycamore expands their lead 26-0 over Ottawa. First quarter. Sycamore Morris is shaping up to be a heavyweight
Yeah, that's
battle
going
later
to
in
be
the season.
the quite the game.
There's Johnson with a handoff, and Gain of about 3, maybe 4, out past the 15. Lorden gets credit for the tackle for the Cavs.
Yeah, probably close to 4 yards, like you said. There.
2nd and 6 for the Reapers. And they go right back to Johnson, and
a lot of
he
defenders
is brought
there.
down. There for LP, a couple guys, Caden Berkowitz and Caleb Kennedy. So Johnson didn't find any running room there.
Yeah, they're actually calling it a loss of 1, so 3rd and long 7. Malik Madrigal back into the game for the Cavs.
Yeah,
Caden Berkowitz heading out.
He's trying to get off the field. Oh, LP had a call.
I was going to say he called timeout. He just couldn't make it.
Coach Medina saw it, and there would have been a 12-man on the field.
Yeah, Berkowitz was way on this side of the field over by the Plano sideline and had to run all the way across the field and just did not make it. So no harm, just timeout. First timeout of the Cavs for the half.
Another Subway scoreboard update. Subway in Spring Valley, Peru, LaSalle, Marseilles, and Oglesby. Enjoy a sandwich made with freshly baked bread and fresh ingredients right in front of your eyes. Subway, eat fresh. Kiwani with a 26-0 lead over Bureau Valley. See if I can get a St. Bede score here. St. Bede leading 14-8 over Sterling Newman. 2.5 minutes to play in the first half. Got to think that game will probably go down to the wire.
Yep.
Marquette up 14-0 at half over Anawan Weathersfield. Two really good Class 1A football programs going toe-to-toe there.
Yes.
That'll be a statement by Marquette, because I know there's a lot of people who would say, Marquette really doesn't play anybody. And Anawan Weathersfield is a perennial playoff small school team. 26-0 again, Sycamore over Ottawa. Back after the timeout, 3rd and 7 for Plano. And they're going to run the Wildcat with Waleed Johnson, and
he's not going to make 7 yards.
Swallowed up by about 5 or 6 Cavaliers. Rowicki was at the bottom of the pile for LP. Also Imani there.
Imani there,
yep.
Yeah.
Lorden was in the ballpark.
So maybe a yard or 2 on that, but 4th and a long 5.
And the Plano punt crew comes out.
Cavaliers should definitely have some very good field position here. Lynch is inside the 50-yard. Actually, he's near the 40-yard line, ready for the kick.
And you got to think Plano doesn't want any part of Lynch, but we'll see. Their punter is standing right at the goal line. Gets it away, and it's a high kick. Lynch is just going to let it go.
Away.
And it'll take a bounce, a Plano bounce, and roll. But the Cavaliers will have great starting field position. 1st and 10 at the Reaper 49-yard line. Still plenty of time, 4:59 to go in the half. Cavaliers have 2 timeouts to work with. Remember, they'll get the ball as well to start the second half.
Yep. Yeah, they could put a score in here and start off the third quarter with another nice drive. That's really going to silence the crowd here in Plano.
20-8 LP with the lead.
Plano was nice enough to, it was a recognition night tonight. They were recognizing the teaching and staff, support staff of the Plano district. So it was nice to be given those recognition to all the teachers and staff for the schools here in Plano area.
Boudreau with a keeper, and Brendan gets it inside the 45 down to about the 42. Second and 3 for LP.
Nice methodical drives the Cavs have had so far tonight. They have not even attempted one pass.
And they're up 20-8 and threatening to score again. Madrigal in the fullback spot, and Malik going to get the ball.
Oh, first time he's actually stopped.
And he fumbled.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Second fumble of the night. The first one was recovered by LP. Plano is saying they got the football, and they do. So fumble by Malik Madrigal. And a turnover on LP.
Yep, first one of the night.
Cavaliers, I was thinking even earlier today, they have forced a lot of turnovers this year and haven't coughed the ball up all that much. But there it is, a fumble by Madrigal, and he wasn't really going to get much of a gain.
No, he was pretty much stopped right at the line of scrimmage, so trying to fight through something.
So a turnover, and Plano will now take it 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line. 20-8, LP with the lead, 4:11 to go in this first half. And they're going to pitch it to Johnson.
Oh, he's caught in the backfield.
Hog-tied by Imani, and 3 or 4 other teammates come up and get him.
Yeah, Imani was the first one there, and he was not letting him go.
Yeah, it's a big loss of 5.
At least 5 to 6 yards.
Yeah. They mark it back at the Reaper 37. 2nd and 15. Clock is running. 3:40 to go in this half.
Cavaliers have another big play here. They might consider timeout.
Well, Plano looks like they're content on letting this clock run down a bit. Play clock, still plenty of time on the play clock. And they go back to Johnson up the middle, hit hard by Antonio Rodriguez, and finished off by Lorden.
Oh, Johnson's down up here. Go back
slow
up.
Getting up. Yeah.
Slow getting up, but again, he was hit hard by
Rodriguez
for sure.
Last week's player of the game, Antonio
Connor
Rodriguez.
Lorden, the wrestler, brought him down.
Plano now looking at a 3rd and 15 from about their own 36. Their quarterback Martinez.
There's no silly penalties here.
Going to pass.
Oh, that looked like a hold, perhaps.
Throwing deep, well overthrows the receiver.
Yeah, no shot for the receiver to catch that one.
Nick Serio.
He was double covered there. Looked like by Tommy Hartman and Caleb Kennedy. Double coverage on the receiver, so there's no shot to catch that ball.
So the Cavalier defense will give the ball right back to the offense. Clock stopped, 2:44 to go. Plano will have to punt it away, and Mason Lynch kind of more in a safety spot right now. We saw a fake punt last week from Woodstock North that was unsuccessful. This is a long 16 yards, though. And he will punt it away. Mason's going to return it. Catching about the 36. He's at the 40 and gets out 45 to about the 47-yard line.
So kind of right where the Cavs were before that last possession.
So good starting field position again for LP.
I'd say they're going to have a little bit more urgency on this drive if they want to try to score.
48-yard line. Sycamore adds another score, 33-0 over Ottawa. Morrison up 12-8 over Hall at the half. 2:29 to go in the first half here. The Cavaliers leading over the Reapers, 20-8. See if the Cavaliers go to the air for the first time. Romanoli in motion. They will.
Oh.
Boudreaux's going to pass. Looking for Starkey, and he
Oh,
got
my
it!
goodness. I could.
What a catch by Gage Starkey.
Wow. I thought that was going out of bounds, but Starkey pulled it in.
Starkey, Boudreaux floated it up for Starkey, and welcome back, or welcome to the team this year, Starkey. Coach Medina, every week that I was interviewing him, he was mentioning that Gage Starkey was out with an injury, and then finally this week he was cleared to play, and he makes an instant contribution, a catch down to about the 20-yard line.
33 yards for number 33, so pretty apropos there.
Clock is running, 2 minutes to go. Boudreaux going to run with it. Brendan turns it in and
Good
spins
fake.
down, gets it to about the 10, and the clock will stop because it looks like he's near a first down, if not got a first down. Let's see. Yep.
I think they're going to call it first and
First
goal.
and goal.
Yep, clock's going to start.
Cavaliers.
Still plenty of time.
Yep, right back in the Illinois Valley Credit Union red zone after the big pass completion from Boudreaux to Starkey. Great catch.
Yeah.
He had to kind of wait for it and had a defender.
Yeah, he was covered well.
Yeah. First and goal at the 10. Boudreau under center for the Cavs. In motion is Romanoli. Brennan's going to keep it. Goes up. Touchdown. Almost untouched.
Once again.
10 yards for Brendan Boudreau. He's got the hat trick in the first half. 3 scores. A 1-yard run, 8-yard run, and a 10-yard run. And a big score before the end of the half for the Cavaliers. Take some more momentum into the locker room. We still got a minute 23 to go. But the Cavaliers increase their lead now 26-8.
Yeah, that's exactly what they wanted to do. Just get the ball and just drive it down their throat. They had that one, obviously, nice completion. Finish it off with the running game. See if Seth can get back on the board here with a good kick.
Yeah, last one was wide right. His first miss this season. And the kick is up, and that one looks good. No, it's not. Wow, wide right again.
That's the second time, yeah. No wind to push the ball to the right there, so I'm not really sure. He's just mishitting it there.
Yeah. So the Cavaliers get a Town and Country Services touchdown. Convert the Financial Plus Credit Union extra point attempt. LP with the lead, 26-8 over the Plano Reapers.
Still over 3 scores ahead right now.
And coming up will be our halftime show here in 103.9 WLPR, St. Margaret's Health halftime show. We'll have some first half numbers. We'll go over another scoreboard update. And Mike will also run down what's going on at LP this weekend, a very busy weekend of athletics.
Well, fall sports are definitely in full swing, so you expect to see a lot of stuff happening on the weekends.
Already seen, golf is already having like their senior days at some of their meets.
Yep.
The golf teams.
As we've seen with football,
well,
the senior
true.
nights are
That's true. I guess
early
LP
as possible.
LP had their senior night football as well.
First night.
Week 1. But yeah, these seasons go by fast, that's for sure.
Yeah, pretty soon we'll be talking about basketball and wrestling. The drone is taking flight over the field here.
Staying just off into the Plano sideline. There's a booming kick by Adams. Will be taken, almost went down on the knee inside the 10.
Yeah,
he's going to say he did. He's going to say his knee hit the turf.
Yep, I think that was a good call because his knee it looked down from here, but
the head official was right there.
Yep. So
and he's still pointing at the spot.
They're inside the 10, it looks like.
Yeah, wow, 2 straight times that Plano is going to start inside their 20 after a kickoff. Almost was like the head official was pointing at where there was like a divot in the grass or something. See, it's right here where the knee went down by Johnson. So Plano now has about 91 yards to go, 119 left. They have 2 timeouts. Let's see how creative they get, or they just try to run it out and go to the locker room. Halftime is St. Bede, 20-8 with a lead over Newman. How about those Bruins? So let's see if Plano, they've completed 1 pass tonight. Both teams have completed 1 pass. And they're going to, a delayed handoff. The quarterback keeps it.
Oh.
And he runs it out.
There's a fumble. I don't know. LP might have it.
I saw Rowicki.
Yes, the LP has the ball inside the 20. Quarterback had no shot there. He was just trying to get away and tackled by multiple Cavalier defenders, and he went ahead and fumbled.
Couldn't quite tell if it was Warren Rowicki. He might have got it. Big 76.
Yeah, wow. It was hard to say. It was on opposite side of the field from where we're sitting.
So just an absolute worst-case scenario for Plano. And the Cavaliers caused their first turnover of the night. And that turnover brought to you by Beck's Oil. Proudly sponsored by Beck's. Keep your car turning over with fuel from Beck's in Peru or LaSalle. And try delicious Godfather's Pizza from Beck's in LaSalle. Cavaliers right in the Illinois Valley Credit Union red zone. And here's Boudreau going to be brought down for a loss. LP may take a timeout. Let's see. They got 2 left.
Yeah.
Now they're going to let it go for now. But they're going to try to hurry up and get to the line of scrimmage. Boudreau with a quarterback sack there. Knocked back to the 16, so loss of 2. Cavaliers maybe go to the air. Clock is running, 40 seconds and counting. 26-8. Cavaliers looking for more points. Billy Minier goes in motion. Boudreau going to pass. Throwing, has a man. Intercepted.
Oh, I was going to say that was
intercepted. Looks like Johnson got it. Willie Johnson.
Yep, I can see where Boudreau was going.
Yep.
He was going for the receiver cutting across, but Johnson was sitting right there in that zone and got the ball and intercepted the pass. So no harm there, it looks like. I mean, Plano will have a 1st and 10 from their own 5 maybe.
Boudreau showed his arm there. It was a cannon of a throw, but the Plano defender, I think, read where he was going with it.
Yep.
And intercepted it inside the 5-yard line. So Cavaliers turn it right back over to the Plano Reapers. LP still maintains the lead, 26-8, 26 seconds to go. Plano will split 2 wide receivers out, and they may just take. Yeah, they're gonna not.
Yeah, they're gonna run right up the middle.
Time.
So
big old pile about. Their LP worn a wiki without his helmet. I would say, there was 22 players on the field. I would say 16 of them were in the pile.
Yeah.
And that probably will be the last play of the first half. So the Cavaliers with a fruitful first half on top of Plano here in Plano, 26-8. We'll be back with some first half stats on 103.9 WLPO. LP 26, Plano 8 from Plano High School. Your home for Cavalier football is 103.9 WLPO.
Gergovich Family Chiropractic in LaSalle is a proud supporter of high school sports. Dr. Gergovich utilizes the most advanced technology to provide effective care for men, women, and children of all ages. Whether you're getting down in a 3-point stance, getting down off a ladder, or getting down on a dance floor, you need a chiropractor on your healthcare team. Search Gergovich Family Chiropractic today to see all the ways having Dr. Gergovich on your team can help you be happier, healthier, and pain-free.
When you need commercial and industrial equipment repair, think Full Circle Industrial. FCI specializes in rebuilding speed reducers and gearboxes. They repair and rebuild all types of pumps and heavy equipment too. You break it, Full Circle will fix it. The techs at Full Circle have more than 75 years combined experience. Put that experience to work for you. Search Full Circle Industrial in Oglesby and see everything FCI can do for you today.
You gotta call Grazier's.
Your water is running, it just won't stop.
What do? You gotta call Grazier's for heating and cooling. What do? Give us a call. You gotta call Grazier's.
We're the ones who can stop the drips and the drip, drip drops.
Winter, summer, spring, and fall. When you need us, give us a call. You gotta call Grazier's. 882-2111. Come see your friends at First State Bank.
There's a certain satisfaction you get when you know
you have a friend to turn to.
You have a place to go. Year after year, day after day.
When you need a helping hand, we're along the way. Come see your friends at First State Bank.
Member FDIC.
As we begin the halftime show, or St. Margaret's Health halftime show, whether it's a break, a cut, a bruise, St. Margaret's Health has you covered. Learn more at aboutsmh.org. And here is the scoring summary. LP got on the board first at 7:33 of the first quarter, a 1-yard touchdown run by Brennan Boudreau. Seth Adams added the PAT. Then the first play on the next drive for Plano, Willie Johnson ran down the sideline 80 yards to the house. They added the 2-point conversion run. And Plano briefly, and I mean briefly, led 8-7. Because the next kickoff went to Mason Lynch, and he went up the middle and went to the house 80-plus yards. Again, we'll ask the Plano official scorekeeper here to see what they got for the total yardage. And the PAT was good. So after one, the Cavaliers led Plano 14-8. Second quarter, Boudreau, an 8-yard touchdown run at 7:02. The PAT was wide right. And then with 1:23 to go in the first half, Boudreau a 10-yard run. Again, the kick was no good. 3 turnovers in the first half. 2 went against LP. Madrigal with a fumble in the second quarter, and Brennan Boudreau with an interception late in the second. And LP also forced a fumble, and Warren Rowicki unofficially with the fumble recovery out. That's one of those where you have to go back and watch the tape and see who actually recovered the fumble for the Cavaliers. So a lot of scoring, 3 turnovers in the game as well. And we'll go to more numbers here with some first half stats from my partner, Mike Porter.
Yeah, Brendan Boudreau had a pretty strong first half. He was only 1 for 1 on passing. Didn't have to do very much passing so far in the first half. 33-yard pass to Gage Starkey. Gage Starkey with 1 reception for 33 yards. Leading rusher of the game so far is Malik Madrigal with 54 yards. Brendan Boudreau also has a 33 yards rushing. We have 3 runners with 25 yards. Romanoli, and we have, I'll give Creed McCormick 25 yards on that also. And then Ellermeyer kicked in with 10 yards rushing. So really good offense for the Cavaliers. They've only had 2 penalties. And you said that just that 1 turnover at the end, the interception. So
yeah, Boudreau and then Madrigal did have a fumble.
Fumble, that's right.
But,
actually, he fumbled twice.
Yeah.
But we were able to pick up that first one and run it in for 25 yards by McCormick. So pretty clean first half for the Cavaliers. Coach has got to be pretty happy going in ahead 26-8 on the road here at a conference game. So I don't think he's going to have to do very many adjustments. I think he's just going to keep running the ball.
Yeah, the Cavaliers really only passed the ball because it was late in the second quarter and the clock was running out a bit. And they did have a nice big pass play from Boudreau to Starkey. But the story of the first half, definitely the running game of the Cavaliers. And a big kick return for a touchdown by Mason Lynch. You're listening to the St. Margaret's Health halftime show. The Cavaliers leading 26-8. We'll come back and we'll go through some scores via Subway scoreboard update, and also Mike will tell you what's going on with LP Athletics this weekend. 26-8, Cavaliers over the Reapers at half. at Plano High School as we continue our St. Margaret's Health halftime show, and the Cavaliers are leading the Reapers by a score of 26-8. Time now, I'm going to turn it over to my partner, Mike Porter. And Mike, a lot going on this weekend for LP Athletics.
Yeah, as we talked about earlier, fall sports in full swing. The varsity boys golf team is going to be at the Princeton tournament at Wyatt and Hills Golf Course. The fresh soft girls tennis team is also going to be at Princeton. The F5 tournament at Princeton High School. The girls varsity tournament tennis team will be at the Dunlap Invite down by Peoria. Varsity golf is going to have the Lady Cavs Scramble at home at Seneca's Oak Ridge Golf Course. The freshman volleyball team is going to be at the Ottawa Invite. And the boys and girls cross-country teams are also going to be running tomorrow at the Bureau Valley Invite at actually Bureau Valley North Junior High. So just take note of that. It's at the junior high in Bureau Valley. And the girls varsity swimming team is hosting the LPHS Pentathlon at the LPHS pool. That meet begins at 10 a.m. So technically you could start off in Princeton at 8 o'clock, see the tee off, and head back to LP and catch the girls jumping into the pool at 10 o'clock. So a lot of stuff going on with LP this weekend, and it's just great to see once again, like we've mentioned, having these kids out and doing the things that they love to do.
Yeah, fall sports, definitely in the heat of fall sports, and a lot of action going on. So we wish all the LP teams best of luck this weekend. Time now for a Subway scoreboard update. Some other games getting to a half besides the one here. Of course, the Cavaliers leading here at Plano by a score of 26-8. And let's see if I can find Princeton Mendota is going to be a running clock. Remember when we said it was 7-0 after one?
I was going to say it was pretty tight at that point.
56-3 now, Princeton at a half.
Wow.
They scored 49 points in the second quarter.
Man.
LaSalle halftime show. And by the way, I forgot to mention my partner's first half stats were brought to you by First Federal Savings Bank. You'll score a personal or business touchdown wherever you work with First Federal Savings Bank in Peru and Ottawa. You're listening to the St. Margaret's Health halftime show. Time now for our Gergovich Family Chiropractic second half adjustment. Everyone needs a chiropractor on their healthcare team. Go to Gergovich.com to see all the ways having a chiropractor on your team can help you on your way to a healthy lifestyle. And this is a kind of discussion we love to have, Mike, with second half adjustment. Kind of nitpicky and hard to pick because, LP had a couple turnovers, but they ran the ball like they like to on offense. They completed a nice pass. They've played solid defense. So really just, I guess, keep on keeping on.
Yeah, they really haven't done anything wrong. I mean, the only possible thing you can look at is that 80-yard touchdown run they allowed from Johnson, but that was just a great play by him.
And he hasn't come close to breaking one since then.
Correct. And, like you said, the offense is just humming along on the ground. So I would just say, keep doing what they're doing, and, they're going to be successful, honestly.
So that is our Gergovich Family Chiropractic second half adjustment. Keep on keeping on if you're the LP Cavs, and they'll get the ball to start the second half because the Plano Reapers, while they won the hometown National Bank coin toss, they decided to receive. And, of course, LP, that's kind of their mantra, to win the coin toss and receive.
Yep, start off on offense. But
4 straight games now we've seen, Mike, where the team won the toss and received.
Yep, normally you see that deferment, but it hasn't been the case so far this year. And one interesting fact that we found out.
2-yard line.
Leading rusher Malik Madrigal in the backfield. Oh, Boudreaux with the keeper. And thrown down.
Yeah. 49-yard line.
Good 6.5-yard gain there for Boudreaux.
Second and 3.
Just about to cross midfield into Plano territory.
LP has spent quite a bit of time on offense inside Plano's territory tonight. In motion is Romanoli. They give it to Madrigal, and they're trying to punch that ball out of there because they saw Malik's put the ball on the turf twice tonight. He got stood up right at midfield.
Maybe a short yard on the play.
So gain of 1. 3rd and 2 coming up for LP. Right at midfield, right near the Plano P.
Yeah, the Cavaliers really haven't had a lot of third and to go, honestly.
No.
A 3rd and 2. They had a 3rd and 3, a 3rd and 1, and now this 3rd and 2. So Cavaliers have been very consistent on 1st and 2nd down.
Boudreaux going to pitch it, and here is Lynch. Running room 45. 40, stiff arms a defender, knocked down inside the 35-yard line. That's a scary proposition for a defense when, or was that actually Billy Minnie? Number 9, I think that was Minnie actually. Yep. That's a scary proposition too when Billy Minnie gets out in the open field. And number 9, Minnie with his first carry of the night gets it down to the Plano 34-yard line.
16-yard run on that play.
So another ball carrier for LP to add.
That's the 5th ball carrier to get involved in the run game tonight.
Minnie will stay in there with Romanoli and Madrigal in the backfield. Romanoli goes in motion. He's going to get the pitch.
Well, he gets ahead of steam there, and he's
still going.
Oh, he's going.
And he is inside the 20. Yeah, Brady runs hard and fast.
Wow. I mean, by the time he's even around the corner, he's got 10 yards.
So a big gain down to about the 17 of Plano. So gain of about 17.
Yep.
And just like that, the Cavaliers are right back in the Illinois Valley Credit Union red zone.
Nice run by Romanoli.
Hall now leading Morrison 24-12 in the 3rd.
Wow, that's changed quickly.
Making some second half adjustments there. There's a pitch play to Billy Minnie, or is this Lynch? It's Lynch. And they string out Mason and tackle him out of bounds inside the 15. Mason was saying there might have been a little face mask there. No flag thrown. They'll mark it at the 14 of Plano, so give Lynch 3 on the carry. Clock stops at 9:16. Marquette, again, leading Anawa on Weathersfield. Lyle up 20-0 over Streeter at half. We'll be back home finally next week, and it'll be a doozy against Morris.
Yeah, and you said Morris was number one in
5A. Have not got a Morris score yet tonight. They're playing Woodstock North. Boudreau kept it, and Brennan is hit it and turned back at about the 11. So give him about 3 on that carry.
3rd and 4. There we go.
Under 9 minutes to go here in the third. LP, the nice drive here, taking their time. And some of the fans just now getting back settled in after the concession trip, the bathroom trip at half. 5 seconds left in the play clock. Boudreau now under center. 2, 1, gets it off.
Ooh,
and
right
a busted
0.
play. They're going to run the option. He pitches it late to Lynch. Mason
he's
turns
got a
the
first
corner,
down.
and he's trying to get to the end zone, but will be stopped.
First down by Lynch.
Mason got the late pitch from Boudreau. Broke a tackle and smelled the end zone, but was kept out of it by the Reaper defenders.
9-yard gain on the play for Lynch.
I mark it at about the 4 of Plano. Actually, the 2.
Yep, 2-yard line.
And he was tackled out of bounds, so the clock stops at 8:20. First and goal at the 2. See if LP calls Madrigal's number. Malik has not got a touchdown tonight despite all his hard running. They do give it to Madrigal, and he's in.
Beautiful. Yep.
All right. 2 yards out, Malik Madrigal. As they're waiting for the, the pile of players to break up. So Malik Madrigal adds a 2-yard touchdown run to his big night at 8:15 to go here in the third quarter. And it's 32-8 now, LP. Seth Adams will try the PAT again. That was a Town & Country Services touchdown. Doing whatever it takes 24/7. Plumbing, electric, heating, and cooling for over 100 years. Go to townandcountryservices.com to find out more.
Yeah, that's a methodical drive from their own 42-yard line, 58-yard drive. All runs, all successful runs.
There we go.
2-yard touchdown run.
Got a big boot into that one. And it's good by Adams. That Financial Plus Credit Union extra point is good. They belong to you, and that's the plus. At Financial Plus Credit Union in Peru, Ottawa, Mendota, Morris, and Diamond. Cavaliers rolling now over Plano 33-8. Yeah, we're on the Plano side of the field here, and it is quiet to say the least. The hosts were coming in this one feeling good at 2-1. Winners of 2 games in a row, but the Cavaliers have been rude guests.
Yeah, they've not treated the hosts very well here tonight.
And this is Plano's 3rd straight home game. So while LP's been on the road 3 straight nights, Plano has had 3 home games. And they get the duty of going on the road to Richmond Burton next week, who won a state title last year.
Yeah, that's
12-0.
That's a tough ask there. Richmond Burton has been a perennial star team every year. I mean, ever since 15, 20 years, Richmond Burton's always very, very good.
Looking at the rankings, Mike, I was looking here. Yeah, they're 4th in Class 4A, Richmond Burton.
Yep.
Again, Morris, number 1 in 5A. Sycamore is 4th in 5A. So we'll see both of those teams, obviously, coming up. And we'll, before the night is over, we'll have a little fun with the playoff projection that was put out at Shaw Media. There's a kick to Willie Joe.
Boy, ran
Hopefully
right
Seth's
into
okay.
Seth Adams. Seth Adams.
And he gets up. Look at he's fired up. His teammates are giving him a.
Yeah, we'll give him the tackle on that one. He just kind of got run over a little bit, but
he
we'll give
held
him
his
the tackle.
ground.
Yep, absolutely.
And he's running back to get his tee. He's okay.
Yep.
His teammates, they're giving him. They're pumped up.
Well, he's a big part of the offense for the Cavaliers. I mean, it's great to have a pretty consistent kicker and someone who can kick that 30, 35-yard field goal.
And it's nice to know now you have a last line of defense.
Yes.
To make some tackles. As Johnson got it all the way up to the 34 for Plano. He almost broke it for a touchdown.
Late, Lynch get on the field here late.
33-8, LP with the commanding lead in the third quarter. They're going to pass a wide receiver screen.
Oh, nice play.
Yep.
By
he didn't
Caleb
get the
Kennedy.
tackle, but you're right, Mike.
Yep, Caleb Kennedy pushed him back into the center of the field, so good play.
Yeah, they do a wide receiver screen, and basically there's the receiver, and he's got a teammate who's out there trying to block, and Caleb Kennedy pushed his blocker basically back into the receiver, and that allowed time for more Cavalier defenders to get there. So, yes, Caleb Kennedy did not get the tackle, but he earned it there. That was still a 7-yard game, but could have been more for Plano. 2nd and 3. See if Plano opens up their offense a little more. Down 33-8. Plano faithful.
Oh, they're going to call timeout here.
Yeah, they're upset. You could hear them down below us. Come on, what are we doing?
Yep, the play clock was down to 0, so obviously they got the timeout off correctly. So, but home crowd was not happy.
Some of the head coaches in the stands.
Yep. Yep.
They can do it better, obviously, than the players and staff down on the field. But there's a guy named Steve Susi who's big across the state when it comes to high school football, and I think he's an employee of Shaw Media, and every week he puts out a playoff projection, and kind of like you see with the NCAA basketball tournament where they have the bracketology and they
where they're going to end up.
Try to predict. It's just kind of fun more than anything. I don't think the IHSA bases their selections on this by any means, but his projections had LP in, of course, in Class 5A as a 15 seed, and his projection was to have the Cavaliers, of course, then face a number 2 seed, and the number 2 seed would be Chicago Simeon, which is an opponent that who knows if LP's ever played in football, let alone basketball. I know Simeon's got a long history.
Yeah, Simeon's got a very good history, like you say, the Wolverine basketball team.
D. Rose and Nick Anderson.
But yeah, that would be a tough ask for the Cavaliers to take on Simeon. Of course, it's very early in the season,
right.
But
which would be in Chicago because
it
LP
would be definitely
in
Chicago. So I think Simeon is one of the schools in Chicago that plays at Gately Stadium. Kind of shares that stadium with half a dozen schools or whatnot. So
flag flies in front of the LP sideline as Johnson got the run for Plano. He got enough for a first down, and I'm wondering if the flag is going to be on LP to tack on.
Oh, sideline.
Oh, just a sideline warning.
Yep.
Okay.
So result of the play, like you said, should be a first down.
Johnson was tackled out of bounds at about the 45.
Yeah. So 5-yard gain for Johnson on that play.
I'm going to say it was before he went out of bounds, so they're going to go ahead and run the clock. We're down to 7 minutes here in the third quarter. 33-8 LP over Plano. Straight drop back pass, throwing and caught at the 50. Turns it up, 45-yard line, and tackle down after a first down. So Plano will move the chains. That was Thomas Harding with the first down catch for Plano. They get it down to the Cavalier 44-yard line. We got a shaken up. I don't know if that's Harding that's hurt.
Harding, yeah, he was shaken up. He got hit hard by one of the linebackers coming back towards the play.
So an official's timeout.
10-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, we'll keep it right here.
Yeah, I think he just got his bell rung there a little bit. He's up on his feet.
Moving
up
around.
now, he's back down. Yeah, he's just kind of stunned a little bit, it looks like.
Going back to the playoff projections, no surprise, the number 1 seed in 5A would be Sycamore. A number 2 seed, a former foe, of course, Sterling. Morris would be a number 1 seed in 5A. Another name. Caneland would be in 5A as well as a 10 seed. So obviously Interstate 8 would be heavily represented in 5A. Sycamore, Caneland, Morris, and LP.
Yeah, and at this point, obviously Ottawa's got 3 wins, so it's possible. Obviously tonight they're taking it a little bit, but
right.
So they could have an opportunity to make the playoffs.
Audible would probably be right on the edge of 6A, 5A.
Yeah, and I think they were saying, I was read that somewhere, that Morris was the
5A, 4A kind of
smallest
edge.
5A team. Yeah, so that could be,
that could change.
That could change.
So we're back in action after the injury timeout. And there's a handoff to Johnson, and he's knocked down at about.
There's they're saying Cavaliers are pointing the other direction.
He stopped in a hurry, and Johnson does not have the football, but
I think
Plano
they recovered it. Yep.
So he got a yard on the play. 2nd down and 9 coming up for Plano. We're about halfway through this third quarter. They'll go no huddle. Although they go no huddle, they still look towards the sideline for the play, and we're down to 10 seconds on the play clock. The quarterback is Martinez. And he's going to roll right. Looking to throw, turns it up inside. He's got running room. And tackled at about the 39-yard line. Going to be short of the first down.
Big hit by Gunnar Skoog and Tommy Hartman.
Yep. It's going to be 3rd and about 5 coming up for Plano.
This is most assuredly 4-down territory, I would imagine, at this point of the game.
Yeah, when you're down
by
this big,
25 points.
So Plano is up to the line of scrimmage, 3rd and 5. And they're going to hand it off to Waleed Johnson up the middle. He's inside the 35, going to be just shy of a first down.
I don't know. They're where they marked that. I don't know. I'm thinking that's going to be.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
That was a very generous spot there, I think.
They mark it at the 34, so first down Plano. Imany with a tackle for LP. 33-8. Plano trying to get a score back here. Their quarterback, Armando Martinez. And he's going to hand it off to Waleed Johnson, who goes right into Antonio Rodriguez.
Not much there.
Nope. So Rodriguez from his middle linebacker spot makes the hit. No gain for Waleed Johnson. Antonio, gotta believe he'll be in the mix at the end of the year for all conference. LP's had quite a run of great linebackers. Of course, Chris Swain was a fantastic linebacker.
Yeah, they have a great pair here. Imany and
Rodriguez.
Oh,
the quarterback fumbles it, and he does fall on it. Rodriguez and Beavers went diving for it, but their quarterback Martinez recovered it and took a couple hits.
Loss of 5 at least on that.
So that'll set up Plano with a 3rd and about 14. Push him back at the 38 of LP. 3.5 minutes to go here in the third. And Martinez fakes the handoff, going to throw. Has a man, but it was low. We're going to get a roughing the passer. So that's going to give Plano a first down.
Yep.
That's what the LP had trouble with at the beginning of the season, and this one will give Plano a first down. It would have been 4th and fairly long distance to go.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. You know, we were following the play, didn't see the quarterback get hit. So obviously the coaches will take a look at that film.
Yeah, the head official threw the flag in the backfield, so 15-yard penalty on the Cavaliers. And that'll move the ball. They're still marching down. So they're Plano all of a sudden in the Illinois Valley Credit Union red zone inside the 20.
Yeah, those 15-yard penalties will...
1st and 10 at the Cavaliers 17 now. And they're going to pass. Martinez looking towards the corner of the end zone.
He threw
Had
that
a man.
Threw that towards the concession stand.
Yeah. Nick Serio was the closest receiver but well out of the end zone. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 17.
Well, from where he threw that, that's a pretty long pass all the way to the corner of the end zone.
So the concession stand's down there, huh, Mike? Down in the
Yep. He was heading that direction.
down near beyond one of the end zones here. Plano written in one end zone, Reapers in the other. So 2nd and 10 for the Reapers. And they're going to run it with their quarterback. Breaks a couple
It's
tackles.
pretty shifty out there.
And gets a couple. We get Belsky the tackle there, playing both ways. Nick Belsky gets in there every now and then on defense. Obviously, you want to save most of his energy for being one of the stalwarts on the offensive line.
Right.
A player that's getting college looks. So really nothing there. Third and 10, third and 9, I guess.
That's a
maybe a
long
yard.
9, yeah.
Yeah. And
I think they're going to
Plano.
have to call a second timeout. A lot of confusion on this side of the field.
3rd and 9 for Plano. We'll keep it right here. 2:19 to go in the third. It's 33-8. LP with the lead over the Plano Reapers. Again, we're back home next week, finally. And we will have a likely showdown with a 4-0 and number 1 ranked team, Morris. We'll have to ask some of our LP historians, Mike, when the last time LP played a number 1 team in the state. We'll have to ask some of our longtime
Well, I
Cavalier
know
fans.
I've always remember hearing about
The Joliet Catholic coming to
Joliet
town.
Catholics and Wheaton North, I
Yeah.
believe. So they've definitely had those in that history, but that's
Been a while.
30 some odd years, 40 years ago. So
Yep.
most
So,
recently, it's hard to say.
great opportunity. Got to win this one first. Still got a whole quarter and change to play. 2:19 to go in the third. And Plano's used 2 timeouts now.
Yep.
So that leaves them with just 1. 3rd and 9 at the 16 of LP. And Waleed Johnson now will split out as a wide receiver. Martinez going to throw. And it's knocked down.
Very nice play by Tommy Hartman.
Yep. Hartman says, not in my house.
He got to the receiver right as the ball was there and
Yep.
knocked it out of number 6's
Yep, their
Waleed
guy.
Johnson's.
Waleed Johnson, yep.
Yep. Great play by Hartman there.
Perfect timing. Textbook pass defense right there for Tommy Hartman. We saw Caleb Burrell last week in that fake punt time it perfectly.
Yeah, that got a lot of aching from the fans for sure. I do remember that.
Yeah, no griping on that play
that
from the
was-
Plano sideline.
Nope.
So it's 4th down and 9, and they're down to, 5 seconds on the play clock. The fans are trying to tell them to go.
No, they just get
They
it off.
do. Martinez rolling right, still has
No
the
penalties
ball.
here.
Throwing towards the end zone. Caught.
Oh!
5. And still no indication of a touchdown. Oh, they're going to say he was in. He scrambled and found Harding at the 5, who then spun inside. And yep, that is a touchdown
Okay.
from
They never
16 yards out.
Never really gave the indication.
Wow. Making something out of nothing there. Their quarterback Martinez found Harding on a 16-yard pass play. Harding then spun inside and got the touchdown at 2:11 of the third quarter. And Plano gonna, I think, go for 2 as they're trailing.
It looks like they are.
33-14 now. I guess either way, you're still down by 3 possessions, though. That's the problem that faces Plano. They'll go for 2, and they're going to try to pass this one. Pump fake. Martinez running out of time.
Fumbled it, but
and that'll be it for the.
nice play by Madrigal. Knocked the ball out of the quarterback's hands.
So Plano gets a touchdown.
So they're still down by 3 scores.
Yep.
So
2:11 to go. 33-14. LP over Plano. Back with more third quarter action from Plano High after this. Cavaliers up 33-14. We'll have all the scores and highlights, recaps from a busy Friday Night Lights Week 4. And you got to watch it here if you're LP.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Be careful for an onside kick. And they're going to
a little squib.
A little squibber. And it's taken by Caleb Burrell.
He's going to have some good
Got
field
blockers,
position.
40-50, hang on to the ball. Caleb still going and was stumbling and bumbling, as Chris Berman would say, down to the 42-yard line. And it was a similar return as Mason Lynch, Mike, where they just ran right up the gut on the kick return. They set up the wedge on the blocking scheme, and wow, LP will start at the Plano 42-yard line.
Yeah, you really can't complain about that. That was a great return by Burrell.
So the Cavaliers up 33-14. Let's see if they can have another time-consuming drive, although thanks to that great kick return, they don't have a whole lot of field to work with.
Right.
Only 42 yards to go.
Well, I tell you, the Cavaliers have had some great field position this whole game. It's just been one thing after another. They've been just near midfield every time they've gotten the ball.
Boudreau going to run it, runs into Ellermeyer and puts his head down, runs forward, and Brendan gets it inside the 40.
Yeah, I think that was a little busted play.
Yeah. Give Boudreau credit for getting a nice gain. About 5.
Yeah.
They'll mark it all the way down about the 37 of Plano.
Yeah, he ran into
Ellermeyer?
Ellermeyer, yeah.
Kind of bumpered off him. 2nd and 5, Cavaliers. Ellermeyer back in the backfield along with Romanoli and Minnie. Romanoli will go in motion, and he's going to get the pitch. Turns the corner, spins away from the first tackler.
Big hit, he's still up.
Wow.
Jeez, he's taking some big hits on the sideline over there.
Brady got the first down inside the 30, down about the Plano 29-yard line, and he just gets a full head of steam and takes on all takers on defense.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like we said before, he gets around the corner, and he was already past first down before he got touched, and then he got hammered, stood up, and gained a couple more yards.
He doesn't shy away from contact.
Not at all.
He's going to get a break here as Lynch will come in for Romanoli.
Well, I know he's a hard-nosed basketball player, too, so, I mean, obviously the size is kind of a disadvantage for him, but he makes up for it with heart.
1st and 10 Cavs at the 28 of Plano. Lynch goes in motion. They hand it off to Ellermeyer off left tackle. Peyton stopped at about the 26, so give him 2. It might be the last play of this third quarter. There's more time on the play clock.
So they're not going to be rushing to get this play off.
And let's see, LP's still in the huddle.
Yeah, they're not doing anything. They're not going to rush to get this play off.
So we've played 3 quarters, and the Cavaliers have 12 minutes to go to hang on to this lead and move to 3-1 on the season. Cavaliers leading the Reapers 33-14 back with the fourth and final quarter after this on your home for LP Cavalier football, 103.9 WLPO.
You gotta call Grazier's.
Your water is running, it just won't stop.
What do? You gotta call Grazier's for heating and cooling. What do? Give us a call. You gotta call Grazier's.
We're the ones who can stop the drips and the drip, drip drops.
Winter, summer, spring, and fall. When you need us, give us a call. You gotta call Grazier's. 882-2111.
Full Circle Industrial knows there are many things that can stop your business cold. That's why they offer a variety of products and services to keep you going. Which of these two pieces of equipment do you think will run the longest? FCI not only fixes your equipment, they can find and fix the problem before breakdown happens. And speaking of cold, FCI is proud to offer these de-icer and ice prevention solutions. Search Full Circle Industrial in Oglesby and see everything FCI can do for you today.
Running the ball straight, no turnovers, no silly penalties, and I think they'll come out of here with a victory.
Into the end zone tonight for the Cavaliers, Boudreau 3 times. Lynch once on a kick return, and then Madrigal in the third quarter with a 2-yard touchdown run. Now we see Antonio Rodriguez at the fullback spot, coming in kind of to be the closer, if you will, in the fourth quarter, as he did quite well last week against Woodstock North.
Yes, he did.
I'm going to do a double pitch and then a handoff to Brady Romanoli.
I don't think he's going to get stopped.
Touchdown. Romanoli from 26 yards out. They pitched it to I couldn't quite see who the back was, maybe Lynch or Minnie, and then he handed it off to Romanoli, and it was nothing but green grass in front for Brady Romanoli, who gets in untouched. 26-yard run for the Cavaliers' first play of the fourth quarter.
9 seconds taken off the fourth quarter clock there.
That again is a Town & Country Services touchdown. Doing whatever it takes 24/7, plumbing, electric, heating, and cooling for over 100 years. Go to townandcountryservices.com to find out more. Brady Romanoli with a touchdown for the Cavs, 26-yard run. Snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is up by Seth Adams, and it is good.
Yes.
That's another Financial Plus Credit Union extra point. They belong to you, and that's the plus at Financial Plus Credit Union in Peru, Ottawa, Mendota, Morris, and Diamond.
Cavs have increased their lead to 26 points with 11:51 left in the game.
A nice answer by the Cavs after Plano got one back with 2:11 to go in the third. First play of the fourth quarter, Romanoli, 26 yards, Adams the PAT, and as Mike mentioned, it's now 40-14, so LP with their highest point total of this season. They scored 31 against United Township, and the Cavaliers with 40, and honestly, they had chances for more in this game. They had a couple drives that stopped short, including the last drive of the first half where they were deep in Plano territory.
Yeah, and that last drive was credited to Caleb Burrell's great kickoff return to give the Cavaliers their very good field position.
And Plano taking a while to get out on the field here for the kickoff.
Dropping deep for Plano, number 6, Johnson. Number 4, Serio.
Seth Adams to do the kicking for the Cavs. 40-14, LP in command.
And we should say also there's a pretty good crowd on the other opposite side in the stands, so a lot of Cavalier fans took the trip north to Plano, so good to see that.
Yeah, the shortest of, I would say the shortest of our 3 road trips. I would think it's shorter than Metamora by mileage.
Just a little bit,
A little bit. And that leaves us with, trips to
Canelan, I know, at the end of the season.
Canelan and Ottawa. We can handle the Ottawa trip. And, Maple Park in week 9. It seems like that's what we did last year, too.
Yes, we did. And that just seems like that ride gets farther and farther as you go. It doesn't ever end.
And Seth Adams with a line drive kick.
Oh, through his legs into the end zone.
All right, so that'll go as a touchback for the Cavs.
Yep, I know Johnson wanted to return that one, but it squibbled right through his legs.
Hockey through the 5-hole, if that was hockey. First and 10 Cavs at the 20. Kicking off a big weekend of football. Of course, college football tomorrow, and then the big grudge match Sunday night with the Packers and the Bears.
Yep, Bears-Packers from Lambeau Field, Sunday night football.
Oh, boy. Packers reeling, Mike, after their opening loss. The Bears flying high after their win. Odds makers are not buying it with the Bears. Packers 10-point favorites going into that one.
Well, the Bears got to have to prove themselves if they're going to be a favorite at Lambeau.
Yes. And there's a flag in the backfield, probably going to be a hold on the Reapers.
Yeah, you would think that's, yep, there it is, hold Plano.
They pitched it to Harding, and he's down on the field, looks to be maybe cramping up.
Yeah, this is the second time he's been down, and it's warm here in the press box. I'm sure it's pretty warm down on the field. Kind of hard to say.
There's flags on the goalpost. They're blowing a little bit. There's no airflow up here in the press box. Yeah, Old Glory's not really moving much on the pole beyond the one end zone. We should say, and we'll have to find this out sometime, the story behind it. Behind one of the end zones at Plano is a couch, and there's a gentleman there wearing, it looks like bib overalls, sitting on the couch now. I think he was joined by another gentleman earlier in the night. So I don't know if they have like a best seats in the house promotion here or not.
Yeah, they may. He looks pretty comfortable over there, honestly.
Let's see if he hasn't already. Maybe if Zach could get a picture of the guy hanging out over on the couch in the bib overalls. And looks like an individual, quite the character over there. He's kind of stunned by this game, as most Plano fans are. They have some tables set up down there as well.
Yeah, I don't know if that would be considered
a lot of stuff going on over there.
Best seat in the house. You're not going to see very much on the opposite side of the field. So
that's true. If there's
it was at midfield, maybe, but not really sure. But football game from a couch on the stadium.
That's nice.
Not a bad deal.
So there's still an injured Plano player. Again, he's drinking some liquids. I think he might be cramping up as we get out of the fourth quarter. You're listening to Cavalier and Plano football on 103.9 WLPO, 1220 a.m. LaSalle-Peru Oglesby as we cross the 9 o'clock hour. We're in the fourth quarter.
We were basically just starting Metamora's game when we were down there about this time. So
11:42 to go. We're improving a little by getting home earlier. Last week we got home earlier from Woodstock, even earlier than we did in Metamora, even though Metamora was a shorter trip.
Right.
So probably still be rolling into town, probably close to 11 or so tonight.
But after a Cavalier victory, that will be definitely worth it, absolutely.
Yeah, that made the Metamora trip even longer home, didn't it? A frustrating loss against the Redbirds. So we're back in action for Plano.
They're got to be first and 22 yards here
after
the holding penalty.
At their own 8. And the quarterback's going to throw. Martinez has plenty of time. Throwing, it's incomplete, well short of the intended receivers.
Tommy Hartman on the coverage there along with Mason Lynch, but really no chance to catch that ball.
Martinez had a lot of time to throw, so credit the secondary for the Cavaliers guarding the Reaper receivers very well.
Well, obviously Harding being out, that was one of their top receivers, so we'll see if he comes out onto the field. I don't see him on the sidelines just yet, but
second down and 22 for Plano now. Clock down to 4. 2. They get it off. Martinez from his own end zone. And he's still running with it. Throws. And intercepted!
Oh, it's intercepted!
And he's going to run it in for a touchdown. Let's see who that was.
I couldn't tell who that was.
Maybe number 11.
I could not tell.
I believe it was number 11. Yes, it was for the Cavaliers.
Number 11, that's Caleb Kennedy.
Yeah, who's had a really nice game for the Cavs. Looks like he's playing with a cast or a brace on his left arm. And I hadn't really remembered calling Caleb's name all that much. But he picks off the pass and runs in the interception. Oh, no, they're going to say he was out of bounds.
Oh, boy.
Oh. So no touchdown for Caleb Kennedy.
Well, I wrote it in the scorebook as a touchdown, so we're going to have to see here.
You got any
Cavs
whiteout?
score? Yeah, we're going to see that, but.
So.
Oh, well, actually, there's an extra point going, so it was
Okay,
a
it is a
touchdown.
touchdown.
So there
All
you
right.
go. So 2 very quick plays for the Cavaliers and 2 touchdowns. We had that Romanelli touchdown run, 26 yards, and now we have Kennedy's 15 to 20-yard interception return for the touchdown. So
Yeah, we'll give him about a 20-yard interception return. A pick 6, if you will.
yep, that's going to pretty much silence the crowd here if it wasn't already quiet.
And 11:15 to go here in the ball game. That, of course, another Town and Country Services touchdown. And that, of course, again, another Financial Plus Credit Union extra point. And that was another Beck's Oil turnover. Tonight's turnovers are proudly sponsored by Beck's. Keep your car turning over with fuel from Beck's in Peru or LaSalle. And try delicious Godfather's Pizza from Beck's in LaSalle. It is now 47-14 LP.
That quickly turned here in the beginning of the fourth quarter. So
Each team now with 2 turnovers on the night.
and we may be seeing some Cavalier reserves coming out here in the field. We'll see. They're going to kick off. Seth Adams going to kick here.
(47-14) Cavaliers.
Serial number 4, Deacon Reavers. Flanked by number 34, Johnson.
And Seth Adams with the kickoff here. And it's a line drive. Oh, caught by one of the up men at the 25.
Oh, he gets swallowed up there.
Fought his
Decent
way.
run.
Yep, that's about the 36 to 30. A lot of times the up guys will let the ball go.
Yes,
but
they will.
he caught it. So that was number 23 for Plano. We'll mention his name.
Number
Caden
52.
Shimmond.
52
Beavers.
with the Danny Beavers with the tackle. So Plano will have it first down from, looks like their own 37.
47-14. The Cavaliers rolling over Plano. Empty backfield. Martinez going to throw over the middle. Caught by Willie Johnson. Turns it inside. He's got a first down. And Imani just hog tying him, bringing him down. As Johnson's a heck of a runner, and he pulled Imani out to about the 46 of LP.
17-yard gain on that pass play.
He's Willie Johnson, just a junior, definitely a guy to watch throughout the rest of the year and next season. Love to have him on your team for sure.
Yeah, he's showing he can do it all with the running and now catching.
4 receivers for Plano. They go empty backfield. Armando Martinez, the quarterback. And he's back, throws, and it's caught. No!
Oh!
The receiver tried to run it with it before he caught it.
Yes, he did. He may have heard some footsteps there, but he definitely took his eye off the ball.
Tristan Mazzaros, number 24 for Plano, a sophomore, had open field, and he knew he did, and he tried to turn around and run, and he dropped the ball.
Yep. Creed McCormick returns for the Cavalier defensive line for Warren Morawicki.
Yeah, doing a nice
some
rotation
fresh
up
legs,
front.
absolutely.
Yep. And obviously it's nice to have not a drop-off in talent when you just have interchangeable players up front. Martinez back to pass. He's under duress.
Oh, he's
throws.
getting dragged down.
Rodriguez had a hold of his right arm, his throwing arm, and good job by Martinez just to get it away, incomplete. Antonio Rodriguez almost had a sack.
Medina was back there also with him, so good pressure by the Cavaliers defense. 3rd and 10.
Yeah, at this point, if Plano's going to go empty backfield, the Cavaliers will bring some heat. 3rd and 10, clock stops at 10:22 to go in the ball game. 3 receivers to the right of Martinez, just 1 to his left. That's Harding back into the game. Actually, that's their top player, Willie Johnson, who goes in motion. Martinez pocket collapses.
Oh, he's
Sack!
down. He's sacked. Creed McCormick with the sack. All the way down to the 45-yard line.
Nice job by Creed McCormick. Wrapping up.
9-yard loss on the play.
Wrapping up Martinez and throwing him to the turf. And a big sack by McCormick in more ways than one, Mike, because then it'll force Plano to punt, and a sack always just takes a lot of time off the clock.
Yep.
And we're under 10 minutes to go. In the back for LP is Mason Lynch inside of his 30. See if Plano punts it or not here. 47-14, they will give it the punt. And Lynch is going to let it go.
Yep. Just stay out of the way.
Yeah, rather not Mason risk getting hammered on the punt return. And Plano would down it at the 24 of LP. Cavaliers with an impressive game here tonight, up 47-14 over Plano in the fourth quarter. Sycamore 54-13 over Ottawa with 9 minutes to go.
So we got a running clock there.
Hall and Morrison 32 all.
Man,
with 1 minute left.
That game has changed twice. Morrison was ahead and Hall went back up, and now Morrison's tied it up.
So an instant classic between Hall and Morrison, up in Morrison. Kewanee leads Bureau Valley 33-7 after 3. And we got a Morton and Metamora score here in a second. Pitch play to Billy Minnie.
Well, Minnie with the loss there.
Yeah. And Metamora leading Morton 38-21. We like to see that.
Yep.
Once those teams move on from LP, you want them to win and help the resume. Playoff points.
Yep, as we all know, those are very all important at the end of the season.
Especially if you're sitting on the bubble at 5-4. But LP going a big step towards that 5-win threshold with a win tonight.
And I did see an article the other day about possibly 4 and 5 teams actually making it because of the number of teams available to play.
Yeah.
So the highest playoff points will count there on 4 and 5 teams.
Handoff, look like Ellermeyer bursting ahead. Some fresh legs right there from Peyton Ellermeyer. Gets it out to about the 29. Gain of 7, maybe 8.
Yeah, looks like 8-yard gain on that play.
You can tell Ellermeyer had a burst.
Yep.
Because he hasn't ran the ball all that much tonight. It's nice to have. You mentioned, Mike, with so many different running backs, you get a tired defense in the fourth quarter, and to have fresh legs.
Yeah, and they have different styles, too. I mean, some can, run up the middle. Madrigal, Ellermeyer, and Lynch, and Romanoli on the outside.
Speed guys. Yep. Minnie goes in motion, comes back to his spot. And Boudreau hands it off to Ellermeyer. Nice run by Peyton out to the 35, 36-yard line. And that's a first down.
Oh, they did. All right, he got 6 yards on the play, first down.
Needed 5 and got 6.
Cavaliers are going to be taking their time here.
Yep.
Clock rolling at 7:40.
Yeah, really, if you're LP, you get a couple more first downs, and you could wrap things up here.
Yep, no rush. Don't even hike it until they get towards under 5 seconds, I would imagine.
Yeah, Boudreau looking at the play clock, right in his vision, right straight ahead. And Boudreau going to hand it off left tackle. Here's Ellermeyer. He's out past the 40. Ellermeyer out to about the 41, maybe the 42, they'll say. 6 yards on the carry. Some Belsky and Simmons, some of the guys, a little slower to get up this late in the game.
Yep.
Taking the I mean, they're in no hurry anyway, but you can tell they're.
Yeah, some of those guys are going
like
both
me
ways.
Getting out of bed in the morning most days, Mike. Taking my time. The bones creaking. 2nd and 4 now for the Cavaliers. It's about 5 seconds left on the play clock. And handoff, Ellermeyer again. He's got a first
run
down.
Right at the middle. Gets thrown down by the defense. Number 24, Tristan.
May want to get, like you said, it might not be a bad time to get some of the reserves in there.
Yep. 9-yard gain on that play by Ellermeyer.
Belsky was slow getting up.
4 straight runs by Peyton. 28 yards and 4 plays.
Final score, St. Bede 34-8 over Newman. That's not just a win. That's a convincing, dominating win at Sterling. So the Bruins now 4-0. Boy, how fun it would be with St. Bede and Princeton playing later this year unbeaten. Hand off to Ellermeyer, and Peyton again with a full head of steam. Gets it down to about the 40 of Plano, and that's enough for a first down.
Yeah, I think their defense is gasping
Packing
for
it
air
in,
over
yeah.
there. Yeah, I mean, it's 5:52, and the Cavaliers have been running down their throats here this whole game, and them being ahead 47-14. So
I think it's one of those
not a
where
lot of motivation on that side of the ball.
the Cavaliers right now, Mike, are running downhill.
Yep.
Plano's kind of running uphill, and it's not going well for the Reapers, for the boys in purple. Ellermeyer is going to end up packing up a lot of stats here late in
here's
the
5
game.
straight rushes here, and he's in the backfield again.
Salting the game away for the Cavs. And he gets it again off right tackle. Tripped up.
Another 4 yards.
Yep. Just a workhorse here in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 6 coming up for LP.
Looks like the Cavaliers are going to finish with 1 pass this game.
Wow. Well,
So-
2 passes. They had the interception.
I didn't count that one, but yes, that's true. 2 passes,
Yeah.
1 interception, and 1
Big pass to
good
start
pass
the-
play.
Wow.
Coach Medina is going to be very happy with the run game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is what LP, when their offense is humming along. And there's a handoff. Mason Lynch will get the ball, and looks like Mason has enough for the first down. The marker was at the 30, and Lynch was tackled
At the 28-yard line,
yeah,
so that looks like about 8-yard gain on that play.
1st and 10 Cavs at the Plano 28. As the chains will move, and the clock down to about 4 minutes now. Cavaliers up 47-14.
Oop, late substitution
Yep.
there. Number 50, Adam Lane, running off the field.
And they hand it off. It's Mason Lynch. Mason squirting his way through near the first down.
Oh, they're stopping the clock, so another
Yep.
12-yard, 10-yard gain now.
Yep. Cavaliers again in the Illinois Valley Credit Union red zone.
Clock running.
It's getting close to that point where you just take the victory formation if you're LP.
Yeah, after that first 3-yard loss by Billy Meany, the Cavs have rushed every time for lots of positive yards.
There's Lynch
Lynch.
again, and he'll be brought down shy of the 10.
27 Olsen on the stop for Plano after a gain of 6.
Gain of 6 for Mason Lynch. 3 minutes and counting now on this one. Second down and 4 for the Cavs at the 12 of Plano. I don't remember the last time the LPs put up over 50 points, Mike. I don't think they have since me and you started doing games.
Yeah,
They've
I
been
don't
in
know
the
if there
40s. They
might
had
be
49.
one. I don't know.
There's Ellermeyer, who's
Whoa, I
sniffing
don't-
the end zone, but stopped just short. Yep. Ellermeyer
12 yards for Ellermeyer on that play, so 1st and goal. I don't think anything's going to be stopping the Cavaliers from getting in the end zone here, unless they just knee
Yeah.
here, which is possible.
Yeah, it's getting tough to decide what to do here. You don't obviously want to make it look like you're running up the score or anything.
Home crowd or visiting crowd is starting to exit the stadium there.
Yep.
It looks like the student section has exited the building.
We're down to 7 seconds on the play clock. Cavaliers may not get this one off. They're going to take the penalty, maybe.
Timeout, maybe?
Are we waiting?
Oh, there we go. Delay a game there.
I think they were waiting for the officials to throw the flag.
Dead ball. Delay game.
But it took some extra time off the clock.
5-yard
I don't
Yeah, so I'm going to guess they're going to kneel on this
Yep.
one. Why?
Yeah.
No sense in
Nope.
putting another score on the board.
And yeah, it looks to be victory formation with Ellermeyer well back behind Boudreaux. Yep. Brennan will
Yep.
take the knee.
Yep.
So your final score from Plano will be LP 47 and Plano 14. As Plano falls to 2-2, the Cavaliers move to 3-1. They'll take one more. Looks like probably one more. No, they might need two more. Play clock's at 15 seconds. Now, do you even bother, Mike, taking a yard off on these plays?
For
the quarterback?
I wouldn't think so.
NFL, I know they always do a minus
Yes,
1
they
yard. Sometimes that has decided fantasy football matchups where quarterbacks get negative yardage. So it looks like they'll snap it one more time. They're about 5 seconds difference on the play clock and game clock. Boudreaux under center. Takes the knee, and that's it. That's another Cavalier win on the road in enthusiastic fashion here.
Yes.
The Cavaliers were trailing just for a few seconds before Mason Lynch electrified the visitor crowd here with an 85-yard kick return. LP never looked back from there, scoring 5 of the next 6 touchdowns to win going away tonight, 47-14 over Plano. And we'll be right back, Cavalier football, as we'll bring you the post-game show with some scores and stats. Cavaliers win in Plano, 47-14.
Come see your friends at First State Bank.
There's a certain satisfaction you get when you know
You have a friend to turn to.
you have a place to go. Year after year, day after day,
When you need a helping hand, we're along the way. Come see your friends at First State Bank.
Member FDIC.
When you need a new appliance, think Grazier's Plumbing and Heating in McNabb. Look at this impressive list of brands Grazier's offers. From kitchen to laundry, appliances at Grazier's may just be the best kept secret in McNabb.
Gotta call Grazier's 882-2111.
Welcome to KC Marketing, your digital marketing agency. KC Marketing specializes in providing affordable online solutions for your business. From graphic design and social media marketing to custom website development. Put the power of KC Marketing to work for you. Search KC Marketing Agency now to get started. Gergovich Family Chiropractic in LaSalle's a proud supporter of high school sports. Dr. Gergovich utilizes the most advanced technology to provide effective care for men, women, and children of all ages. Whether you're getting down in a three-point stance, getting down off a ladder, or getting down on a dance floor, you need a chiropractor on your healthcare team. Search Gergovich Family Chiropractic today to see all the ways having Dr. Gergovich on your team can help you be happier, healthier, and pain-free.
Jeremy Aiken and Mike
Whoa.
Porter back.
Tom Henson is somewhere in the Illinois Valley.
I was looking at my Twitter and trying to get some scores here. We have the score from Plano, and it is LP all over the Plano Reapers. Final score in this one, the Cavaliers win 47-14. Scoring on the game, Boudreaux 1-yard touchdown run at 7:33. Then Plano got back. Their first play on their next drive, an 80-yard touchdown run from Waleed Johnson. They added the 2-point conversion. They led 8-7. That lead, though, was very short-lived because the ensuing kickoff, Mason Lynch took it 85 yards to the house. The kick was good. Cavs led 14-8 after one. Boudreaux with 2 touchdown runs in the second quarter, an 8-yarder and a 10-yarder. 2-point after attempts were no good. Cavs led 26-8 at the half. Malik Madrigal got the Cavs going in the second half with a 2-yard touchdown plunge at 8:15. Adams with the PAT. Plano got a touchdown, a 16-yard pass. Harding from Martinez, the pass 2-point conversion failed at 2:11. So it was 33-14 going into the fourth, and the Cavaliers had 2 more touchdowns for good measure. First play of the fourth quarter, actually, Brady Romanoli, a 26-yard run. Adams with the kick, and then a 20-yard interception return for a touchdown by Kennedy for the Cavaliers. Caleb Kennedy. Adams added the PAT at 11:15. From there, the Cavaliers just pretty much ran out the clock on offense. Each team with 2 turnovers. The Cavaliers, of course, the interception by Kennedy and the fumble recovery, we think, by Warren Rowicki, but there was quite a pile-up when he got the fumble recovery. So 47-14, LP with the win, and partner, you got some stats?
Yeah, that was probably a great game plan by Medina, and I'm sure coach is very happy with this. Passing yards, we really only had 1 for 2 for 33 yards to Gage Starkey. The name of the game was the rushing game today. Brady Romanoli led the team with 68 yards rushing. Peyton Ellermeyer was very close second with 67 yards. Malik Madrigal started the game off on fire, ended up with 57 yards rushing. Brennan Boudreau will give him 40 yards. The stat official would take a couple off at the end of the game when you had the kneel downs,
Sure.
But my stats show 40 yards, and Mason Lynch ended with 37 yards. All in all, we had 269 yards rushing, and I'm not even including the 25 yards by Creed McCormick on the fumble recovery. I don't know if that's an official rushing stat. More than likely, probably not, but for our purposes, we'll give him 25 yards rushing on that return because that gave the Cavaliers very good field position after that first fumble. And another key stat, I think, in the second half were no penalties by the Cavaliers in the second half. So real clean game in the second half, just great. Every play was a rush. Most of them were very successful, and we had touchdowns in 3 drives. So very successful second half for the Cavaliers.
So that adds up to a big win for LP by a score of 47-14 over the Plano Reapers. We're going to take one final break, and when we come back, we'll wrap things up with our drive of the game and player of the game. LP wins on the road 47-14 over Plano.